Good afternoon, Whalers Nation, and welcome to the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV's presentation of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. We're coming to you live from a rainy Vito Capizzo Stadium for today's Girls Varsity Lacrosse game as your Whalers host the DY Dolphins in another Cape and Islands League matchup. It will also be senior recognition game with some festivities planned for after the game. We celebrate 7 Whalers seniors. I am Chris Morris, the voice of Whalers sports here in the NSC and NCTV, alongside Charles Douglas, who is back from his worldly travels to the western part of the state, and he will be your eyes on the field today. The Whalers looking to get back to their winning ways after a couple of tough losses in a row at 9-2, still ranked in the top 10 at number 9 in Division 4. The Dolphins come in at 6-6 overall, also in the tournament picture, ranked number 22 in Division 4. So a playoff matchup in front of us today. We'll get to a game preview here in a moment, but I do want to take a second and thank our founding underwriter for the sports here on the NSC and NCTV, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They've made the children of Nantucket High School a priority of their philanthropic efforts and have continued those efforts with their support of our live broadcasts. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Whalers Athletics.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit HighlineCruises.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
I want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as we get ready for the Whalers taking on the DY Dolphins. Got about a little over 4 minutes left in the pregame warm-ups here. Nantucket had a great start, to say the least, to the season here, reeling off 9 wins in a row before running into a buzzsaw that is Julia Kipperman of the Nauset Warriors. That 10-6 loss was then followed up by a 14-13 overtime loss to Barnstable off-island last week, which has the Whalers firmly entrenched in the top 10 of the D4 rankings, but they were sitting in that 7 position, which if they could get back in that top 8, it would just selfishly mean more home playoff games. But there's plenty of lacrosse still out there. They got a couple of tough games, including tonight's matchup with another playoff-bound team in the DY Dolphins. But they play Sturgis East. Big week, actually. They've got 4 games this week. Sturgis East tomorrow. Then they travel off-island on Wednesday to face Monomoy, a rescheduled game. And then Thursday is the big one against the St. John Paul Lions, another one of those one-goal games. The Whalers have had 3 of them, including that Barnstable game. 2-1 in those one-goal affairs. So a marathon week, to say the least, for the Whalers here as they look to solidify a postseason berth with a win tonight. That would be their 10th win. They're certainly pretty much guaranteed a playoff berth, but makes it official tonight. And, of course, we do celebrate another great group of seniors, 7 in total, including captains Dylan Damian and Maya Johnson, who anchor the Whalers offense and defense, respectively. Also noted our seniors Alex Weisentanner, Madison Tormay, Carly Ray, and the twins Klatt. Both Katie and Ashley all graduate as the sort of final link in the chain of Whalers' success here in the girls lacrosse squad over the past 5 or 6 years here. They have certainly been a part of the Final Four and Elite 8 runs. an undefeated regular season a couple years ago. And, of course, this group was a huge part of those successes. Plenty ahead for this group, however. They are firmly in the playoff picture and in position to repeat as league champs. Again, St. John Paul game will decide that, basically. And amongst that top-tier teams in D4, when we start talking about a little bit later on in the month, obviously Sandwich sits at top of the heap, and they are going to be a very tough out. They are stacked once again and have a very competitive group that has played a very tough schedule as well. But if you would have said at the beginning of the season, following the lower era, that they would be in the tournament picture and perhaps hosting a couple of games, man, I think you would have taken that. And I think Kelly Brown, head coach, is certainly happy with her group and certainly has relied on the leadership skills on the field from both of those captains, Dylan Damian and Maya Johnson, amongst others. Certainly for DY, they are tournament bound. They're number 22 with a 6-6 record. And for head coach Megan Ershaw, she's going to look for a big game from her newly anointed 100-point member, Jenna Richard, the junior, along with seniors Caroline O'Keefe and Nadia Sequeira, who each had 4 goals in the win over Sturgis East last week to run their record to 6-6. But the Whalers won the first meeting and have dominated the Dolphins in recent years. The 19-9 win saw Dylan Damian and Rowan Paul lead the way offensively for the Whalers. They each netted 4 goals, and 3 others scored 3 goals and had multiple assists for Nantucket as they won going away off island. So we'll see if the Dolphins come up with the upset here this evening, or if Nantucket celebrates its seniors in style with a win. We've got it coming up right here as we can see the final stick checks. We'll keep it right here as we roll into the opening draw here. Let's talk about the rest of the week. Why not? Again, tomorrow we are on the field, as we said, 4 games in a row for this girls squad as they had a little reschedule for Monomoy on Wednesday. But tomorrow they take on Sturgis West. Thursday, a big time matchup with St. John Paul. That was a 1-goal game, a come-from-behind 1-goal game, won in overtime. As Dylan Damian netted the winners. The Whalers came back from 6 goals down to win that game, and they are now in position and hold their fate in their own hands as far as a league banner. So it will come down to that. And then, of course, on Saturday, the boys are back in action as they face another big-time school in Division I playoff-bound Shrewsbury. They come down to the island for the first-ever meeting in lacrosse, as far as I know. The boys also have a rematch with Nauset tomorrow as they vie for win number 13. They had a dominating win Saturday, as all of you, of course, tuned into and saw, versus another bigger school, that D2 Canton Bulldog team. A good squad, and they will make the playoffs this year in Division II. So, man, May Madness ramping up and continuing as the journey to the tourney is right in front of you here, Whalers Nation, as we got all the action here from Vito Capizzo Stadium today. A gray lady afternoon. It was kind of nice. I was hoping the rain might hold off and float about, but here we are in some wetness and a chilly. It makes it a little more chilly here this afternoon for those that are not in the field house. We're not so bad. We got lucky. The wind is low and in the other direction, but you know, the players will be glad to be running around for sure, as you see Ella Douglas running through the line to complete the stick checks here for the Whalers. And we are all set and ready to go. Thanks again for joining us here on YouTube on the Nantucket Sports Connection. And, of course, locally here on Channel 1072. As far as NCTV stuff, we've got New Moon Festival coming up in a couple weekends. So if you are looking for tickets for that, for something fun to do, please do check that out. It is a event of all events out at the Wisconsin Casino. Great stuff. And the whole crew from NCTV will be involved in that party and fundraising event. Speaking of fundraisers, you got 2 days left to jump on our Snap Raise. We'll chat about it in a little bit here as we get in between quarters, but if you have the means and can do so, please jump online, and you see the QR code there on the screen. We have, are asking the friends and family and fans of Whalers athletics to help us out as we get into our final few weeks here of the season. The Mr. Bill never stops, however, so anything and everything can help us as we get set up to conclude yet another hugely successful and very competitive athletic season. We got playoffs coming up here in multiple sports, could be as many as 4 sports, depending on how things finish up. But certainly the lacrosse teams will be hosting, not just playing in, but hosting a couple of games here, hopefully as long as no upsets happen, as of course the boys are now up to number 2 in the state in Division 4, which is just a perfect spot for them. 2-3. If they can hang in 2-3, I mean those are the spots, strategically speaking, as they would then avoid the skippers from Cohasset until the final game, and still get home field advantage throughout the first couple rounds here in the Division 4 playoffs. It'll be Louisa Benny in the circle here to get things going for the Whalers. And we are underway from Vito Capizzo Stadium. Whalers grab the first possession as Grace Hanlon gives it up behind the net. Ball down. And off the stick. And a little too aggressive as the DY Dolphins force a turnover on the Whalers' first possession. Quinn Canty unable to catch up with the Dolphins' offensive player all the way into the circle. Little spin. And here's the first shot from DY, and a whistle will halt things momentarily. Looks like a run-in, free run from the 8s upcoming. First test from Ella Douglas. Shot, save from Douglas. Rebound caught in the air as the Dolphins keep it in play. And defense forces a turnover. Guess who? Maya Johnson. No surprise there, and watch her go. She's going to give it up to Weisentanner. And Weisentanner showing some wheels here to get to midfield. And gets it ahead. Hanlon finally gets to it and will advance it into the offensive end. Hanlon with a free run. Gets it all the way into the 8-meter. Here's a pass in front. Oh, just off the stick. Another misconnection there. Quinn Canty able to get to it nicely. As Katie Klatt unable to handle it cleanly. Here's Damian. Shot. Save made. That's Maya Sakara in net for the Dolphins as they look to transition here. And they have numbers if they so choose. That's number 10, Nadia Sakara, younger sister. Or actually older sister, I should say. Good battle for the ball there, and DY gets it as the defender. Louisa Benny unable to get it cleanly. Here's a shot. Save made by Douglas again. 2 quick saves by Ella Douglas. And with 9 minutes to go, the Whalers take over once again. Here's Hanlon on the run. Loses it again. Again, a slick ball. So ball handling will be at a premium here and out of bounds. Back to the DY Dolphins. Pass off the stick and scooped up by Benny. Benny up to Quinn Canty, and the Whalers advance. They've got numbers if they so choose as well. Canty backs it out, and here's Benny. Carly Ray over to Damien in the sweats. She's the smart one. Damien gets a shot off. Save made. Nearly got that inside post, but Sakara able to get the net down, and Dolphins looking to clear. Again, no time like the boys, so slip. On the run, number 8, Carolyn O'Keefe. She sprints into the zone and cut off. Nice defense by Weisentanner. She battles through it, right in front, and finally loses it, gets it back. Finally a whistle, but good defense. And it looks like the Whalers force a turnover there. Great job on defense. Maya Johnson will put it in and head down the field. Quick pass to Benny, and the Whalers are in the offensive end. Good hustle by DY's Jenna Richard. Wow. To get back on defense, and here's Grace Hanlon. Good activity by the Whalers. Damien pushed, and that's going to be a shot from the 8. Could be a card. Physical defense there as Damien goes down. It's kind of in between the 8 and the 12. We'll see if they give her the 8s. They do give her the 8-meter, which is, of course, just a dirt pile right where she is, where the boys' net is set up. Here's a good opportunity for the Whalers here. Dylan Damien from the 8s. Still no score. Damien rips it. Save made. So a couple of high-quality saves from both goalies as DY gets it in. Carly Ray hounding. And finally running out of room. Ooh, just a little aggressive was Carly Ray. That looked like some good defense, good ride there. And ball down once again, Whalers. Unable to get to it. Whistle stops play once again, but Nantucket will gain possession. Klatt behind the net. Oh, a nifty goal by the Whalers. Woo! Highlight reel stuff from Madison Torme for the first goal of the game. A half behind the back shot there to get the Whalers going. And the bench loves it. Nantucket with a 1-0 lead. Back to live action as the Whalers get the draw and are on the run with Carly Ray. Runs through one defender and will let the offense get set up. So Madison Torme with a highlight reel goal. And the Whalers are right back on offense looking to add to their lead. Back out to Hanlon. Grace Hanlon gets a screen. Oh, good screen indeed. Shot in front. Benny from Grace Hanlon, and the Whalers notch another goal. So Lightning strikes twice here in a matter of a minute. And the Whalers now with a 2-0 lead. Beautiful pass from Grace Hanlon. just under 5 minutes to play. And the Whalers are now up 2-0. And Benny stands back in the circle here. Again, this was a 19-9 game off island, so Whalers looking to take care of some business here today and get back on the winning side of things. Hanlon unable to grab it. And here's Jenna Richard, again, the 100-point score. She's nearing 100 goals as well. And then she'll draw a whistle, run it into the eights. Good physical player. She's also a field hockey star on the state champion DY Dolphins team. Won the state title in D3 this year, so congrats to the Dolphins. And Jenna Richard, a huge aspect of that team. Actually, field hockey, her better sport. But she has controlled the possession here. Good ride by Maya Johnson and the Whalers defense. As DY gets something set up here with an ISO. Richard. As the Whalers double team Jenna Richard, she can not get through it. And she's still got the ball here, runs in against Maya Johnson, little hand switch, double teamed. As the Whalers just continue to ride, finally gets rid of it. And will now tie her shoe. Number 10, Nadia Sequeira, looks for a pass in front. Good job by the Whalers defense to jump that pass, and they'll gain possession as Maya Johnson quickly scoops and heads up. Oh, nice catch. Oh, nearly a perfect grab. Mad Myers there to save the possession. Good swim by Myers to avoid a couple of defenders, draws a whistle, and the Whalers will enter the zone. Quinn Canty up 2-0. And a tough pass goes over the head of Luisa Benny, but stays inside the offensive zone. Benny, pass in front. Oh, just off the stick. Whalers recover. Another good pick here. Grace Hanlon sprints through and draws a whistle. She'll have an opportunity from the eights. So another good opportunity for Nantucket. Just under 2.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Whalers already up 2-0. Grace Hanlon on the 8-meter. Runs in, hesitates, shot just wide of the net. Whalers keep possession, however. Here's Damien. Double team, triple team, still gets a shot off, goes wide. Whalers are back there to retain possession. Good fundamentals there by Nantucket's offense. Final minute and a half here of the first quarter. Whalers up 2-0. Some action right behind the net of goaltender Nadia Sequeira. Or Maya Sequeira, I should say. There's another shot opportunity, goes over the net. Pass goes through. Canty right on the doorstep, and she hammers it home. Great pass, better catch, and a quick shot. Gets the Whalers up 3-0. As Quinn Canty, the sophomore, gets her stick high up in the air and a catch and shoot in one motion to give the Whalers their third goal here in the first quarter with just over a minute 12 technically on the clock. As the Whalers defense have done a good job here on the DY Dolphins early on. Ella Douglas with a couple of good saves, and they have clamped down on a couple of plays that the Dolphins have run. as they'll redo the draw control here. And quickly scooped up by Grace Hanlon. Whalers on the run once again on the offensive side of things. They were able to score back-to-back goals after a nifty goal from Madison Torme. Here's Hanlon. No one picks her up. She runs in, shot, and another whistle as the shot whizzed wide, but she'll get another opportunity from the 8-meter. She was denied one from Sakara moments ago, but the Whalers looking to add another goal here, already up 3-0, and a defender left a little early, so they'll redo it. They get the formation set up. Here's Hanlon. Shot goes high once again, unable to get a clean play on it, run in. Canty unable to catch it, goes by Carly Ray. Myers is there and passes it back into the offensive side of things. 20 seconds to go here in the first. Hanlon surveys, backs it out. Good hesitation and battles through, gets a shot off, but she will get an opportunity here upcoming. With 19 seconds to go. Actually, no, DY gets the ball. Trying to make some late first quarter magic happen here on the run. Good catch, Jenna Richard. On the move. Denied by Johnson. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, and a whistle with .9 on the clock. But she was outside the 8-meter, so it'll come from the 12-meter with less than a second. Ella Douglas saves it at the bell. Love that. We'll head to the break here after 1 quarter of play. The Whalers behind stiff defense and 3 good, solid saves from Ella Douglas, including one with less than a second to go, hold a 3-0 lead. We'll be back.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And Whalers control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
Well, welcome back to Vito Capizzo Stadium. The rain has not slowed down the Whalers. A couple of turnovers by both teams, but the Whalers notch 3 goals. Madison Torme got it going with a highlight reel type goal from sidearm behind the back. Quinn Canty also scored on a nifty assist from Grace Hanlon. And actually, on a nifty assist, I did not get the assist to her, but Louisa Benny scored on a great assist from Grace Hanlon for the 3 goals. It has been a good defense from both teams. Goalies are shining out. Ella Douglas made 3 saves, including one with .9 on the clock after Jenna Richard made a late run into the offensive end for the Dolphins. And Maya Sakara has come up with a couple of big saves, including a couple from the 8-meter. As we see here a helicopter trying to make a little landing. Hope everybody's okay over at the hospital. Gray, dreary afternoon here from Vito Capizzo Stadium, but the Whalers look to clinch a playoff berth with their 10th win of the season and try to move to 10-2 and continue their high rankings here in Division 4. They come in just outside that top 8, which would guarantee them 2 home playoff games. They're number 9 in Division 4. DY comes in at number 22, so a matchup of potential playoff teams here. And, of course, great lacrosse all throughout the Cape and Islands League as Richard once again gets the draw control and continues into the offensive end, gets into the 8s. She's denied and backs it out. They ran a play where she held it for about 30 seconds. There's Nadia Sakara, guarded by Quinn Canty. Just a little too physical with Sakara, so she will get to put it in here. Myers there, pass in front, off the stick. And Canty with some nifty stick work gets in there and scoops it. She looks to clear. And spins out of a defender. And here's Hanlon. Gets through a couple of DY players and enters the zone. Good job by the Whalers defense once again. Pass deflected in front, but draws a whistle. As they set up Carly Ray here with an opportunity from the 8s. One of our seniors here today. Ray runs in, shot, scores! Carly Ray notches a goal. And the Whalers extend the lead to 4-0 here in the second quarter. Clock will stop with 10:24 to play. Again, turning defense into offense. The Whalers have done a good job and getting good shots off, and they have taken advantage of some aggressive play by DY with some opportunities from the 8-meter. Carly Ray taking advantage. To give the Whalers a 4-0 lead, their largest lead of the game, and another good play by Grace Hanlon, catching that draw control and giving the Whalers another possession. They have done back-to-back goals here a couple of times, and a whistle. Stops things as the Whalers called for an infraction here, giving DY the ball as they look to get a clear. Good job along the sidelines, but just a little too much. As the Whalers tried to double team the ball there. And here's Sakara. And a little too aggressive, so it'll be a run in from the 8s here. I believe this is Carolyn O'Keefe with an opportunity now for DY. Another test for Douglas. Backs it out. Whalers do a good job denying, ball down. Ooh, Canty called for a trap there, but it'll just give DY the possession. No run in from the 8. Here's Sakara. So good job by the Whalers defense. Yeah, a little too quick. Actually, Medeiros, number 1, Mia Medeiros, the sophomore for DY. Tries to go back to the right. Denied. Johnson with a good job. Finally called for a little aggressiveness, so Medeiros just with a run in from the 12 here. Good job by Canty to recover. And again, Johnson whistled for some aggressive play. Good cuts. Whalers defense there, little man-to-man. And another run in from the 8s upcoming for the Whalers here, as it'll be number 10, Nadia Sequeira, the senior, with an opportunity. Tough angle here from the side, so the Whalers have a chance here on defense. And no shot attempt off the 8-meter. And another 8-meter upcoming here. This one from a little more front and center for Sequeira. As we approach 7 minutes here in the second quarter, Whalers up 4-0. Shot, and it finds its way into the net. Ella Douglas was there, but a little hop in front as the shot was actually blocked, but enough on it to get by Douglas for the first goal of the afternoon for the DY Dolphins, making it a 4-1 game here with just under 7 minutes to play, 6:59 exactly. So lead back down to 3 here with just under 7 minutes to play. And Benny gets a stick on it, but unable to make it clean. Jenny Richard now on the run. And a little breeze to the head region as Jenna Richard will put it in here. Clock continues to run, guarded by Canty. Richard, a good physical play, and Canty with some thievery. Called for the whistle. And that will set up Jenna Richard from the 8-meter. Dangerous score. Again, just eclipsed that 100-point career total for the junior. Oh, good denial. Nice job by the Whalers defense there. Little breeze as Johnson called for too much physicality there with the stick. Jenna Richard backed up, but will retain possession. Richard runs in. Good recovery by Nantucket. Shot scores. Little underhanded scoop. And we've got ourselves a brand new ball game at 4-2 as Jenna Richard adds to her totals with another goal. And timeout called by Coach Brown. We'll go ahead and take it here with 5:39 technically on the clock here in the first half. You're watching Whalers Athletics. Whalers up just 4-2 now, 2 straight goals by the Dolphins. And we got a brand new game here in the second quarter.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit HighlineCruises.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium. The Whalers call timeout after the DY Dolphins scored 2 times in 2 possessions. Sakara and Jenna Richard, despite playing some really good defense, a couple of opportunities from the 8s for the DY Dolphins have allowed them to sneak back into this thing, and the Whalers offensively have had some opportunities, but good goaltending from Maya Sakara in net have denied them a larger lead, and they are in a dogfight here at 4-2 with 5:39 left in the first half. And they'll redo it here. As Louisa Benny in the circle. Again, new head coach Kelly Brown with a squad that's in the top 10 in the girls' rankings in Division 4. As DY will gain possession here off the infraction, Jenna Richard to put it in. Approaching 5 minutes to play here. Errant pass, ball down, and goes out of bounds. So the Whalers, fortunate there, get a turnover on a fairly easy play. Finley Herlihy gets it into the offensive end. And the Whalers could use a goal here to get back in that 3-goal lead. Canty with a good cut. Pass over to Benny. Good breakup by the DY defense. And here's Medeiros looking to clear. Good defense by Carly Ray, called for an infraction, but Grace Schroeder slightly too physical. Looked like a good play from Carly Ray once again, but whistled. Good spin to avoid Grace Schroeder. And here's Medeiros all the way into the offensive end. Again, nice defense by the Whalers, but drawing a whistle finally. But a good ride there. Medeiros gives it up to Richard. There's Richard against Maya Johnson. All the way through, shot, and another goal. Jenna Richard waited and waited and made her way all the way as Ella Douglas frustratingly throws the ball out of the net. And I believe that's goal number 100 for Jenna Richard. So congratulations to the junior as she nets her 100th goal. As DY will gather the ball here and celebrate 100. Goals scored by Jenna Richard. A nice moment there for her. We'll keep it here as they continue to celebrate. And more importantly, they've now pulled back to within 1 goal at 4-3 with 3:26 to play here in the first half. As they pose for a picture here, a nice moment for the Dolphins squad. Again, the girls in action tomorrow. They'll take on Sturgis East, then on the road against Monomoy, and finally here again on Thursday in a huge clash of Cape and Islands Titans and the St. John Paul Lions, which was a fantastic game off island, seeing the Whalers come back from 6 goals down to win in overtime. But they are in a dogfight here at Vito Capizzo Stadium after scoring the game's first 4 goals. The Dolphins have ripped off 3 in a row. Behind Jenna Richards, 2 goals and her 100th career goal scored. Hanlon able to scoop it, nicely done. And the Whalers could definitely use a goal here. Take advantage of the possession. Hanlon over to Damian. Behind the net. Schroeder. As the Whalers working around the perimeter. Here's Canty. Whalers put it in here as Damian. Shot save made, may have gotten off the post. Schroeder into Benny with the left-hander. Just wide of the net. Grace Schroeder behind the net. Hanlon. There's Canty. Good ball movement, good patience by the Whalers here. Good poise despite being down up just 1. Relying on their offense here to make a play. Hanlon runs in. Through both defenders, puts it in the net, but she will draw an 8-meter whistle. Actually, no, a little too aggressive, so it'll be DY ball. As the clock continues to run here in the second quarter, DY with the ball, down just 1. They can tie it with another goal here. Ooh. And clock will stop here. This could be a little higher infraction. So Carly Ray will be whistled for a 2-minute penalty here, so she will sit for the rest of the first half and potentially into the second half. Unless DY, she actually draws a yellow, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. If she draws another yellow, she will be not play the rest of the game. So DY with an opportunity here to notch this thing up here, serious opportunity as they will play a player up. All right, Johnson called for another whistle here. Good job by the Whalers defense. Ball down. And Johnson able to get to it. Whalers on the run with Maya Johnson. Nobody behind Maya Johnson despite getting a whistle. And the pass up to Grace Schroeder. Schroeder makes a move. Coming in, shorthanded, shot. Oh, just wide of the net. May have even caught another post on the far side. Down to 20 seconds here. Whalers operating down a player as that pass goes through and will go out of bounds. So clock stops with 10 seconds. As DY looks to notch this thing up at 4 in the waning moments of the first half. They've scored 3 straight. Four, 3, and time will run out in the first half. But we have got ourselves a brand new ball game. The Whalers were up 4-0 and cruising offensively midway through that second quarter, but the DY Dolphins have scored 3 straight. Jenna Richards scoring her 100th career goal. And we'll be back here with the second half. Whalers in a dogfight, up just 4-3.
Whenever NCTV covers one of our games, I think it's awesome.
We have been able to capture so much incredible athletic history. You know, it feels like we've been a part of it as much as the kids have been.
A lot of people have prior obligations, maybe they can't make the event, and they still get to watch it and, you know, watch a great broadcast, see their kid playing.
It's nice for the parents, grandparents, and family that can't come or are not on the island to be able to see it, even if they can't attend in person. So I think that meant a lot to them.
The technology that we need is, you know, it's not cheap. You know, there are certain costs that go into this to make this happen. My hope for the broadcast is to just build the crew numbers, get more students involved, you know, maybe add a few more cameras here and there, but, you know, ultimately, we're here to grow. The more hands on deck, the better this can be, and ultimately that just comes back to the Nantucket community.
I want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium. We are at the half. Whalers now in a dogfight after being up 4-0. It's now 4-3. And as you can see, the QR code is back up on your screen, and that is because we are in the final couple of days here of our Snap Raise fundraising campaign here for NCTV Sports. This is specific to sports, and obviously you, Whalers Nation, are the folks we are hoping can help. Every little bit helps. You can jump on the Snap Raise website, and if you have the means to donate something to us, it is a 501(c), so tax deductible for those that are looking for that. And certainly you help ensure that our broadcasts continue not only at a high quality but also involve our students, which, you know, requires training. All of this, of course, requires monetary help. And if we have obviously hit up our Nantucket businesses and local businesses and thank them for their support, of course, starting with the Nantucket Golf Club. But this gives you an opportunity as a fan or a family member or even an opposing fan to help us out and ensure that these broadcasts continue. And every little bit helps. And I say that in the nicest way, that you know, every cent and dollar that is donated goes directly into ensuring that our broadcasts continue at a high level. And again, we have, I think, proven that high quality production is part of the aspect, and this allows us to not only do it but also teach it to the students of Nantucket High School and provide them a platform to get on-field experience. And we have a couple of graduating seniors, including Colby Lucas, who will be heading off to Syracuse, going on to sports broadcasting. Also, one of our school to career program students, Annie Ard, who's playing softball here in the spring, but she will be going over to Arizona State and the Walter Cronkite School of Broadcasting, following in her grandmother's footsteps. So two big feathers in our cap here as far as students moving on to the next level and using Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV experience to further their education. And, you know, we look for them to be on ESPN here coming up in the next few years. But it all starts with you folks. And, you know, if you have the means and can jump on that QR code and give us a few bucks, it all helps. So thanks very much for listening as we get back to the second half of action here with The horn has sounded, and back to action go as the Whalers look to get back to their winning ways after losing a couple of ball games. Nauset here at home, 10-6. That was a very good game. Again, Julia Kipperman doing her thing as a 300-point scorer, and she will be on to Division I over at Merrimack. Gave the Whalers their first loss of the season, and then Barnstable off island in a thriller in overtime. The 1-goal loss puts the Whalers at 9-2. Again, DY right in the mix at 6-6. So, and in Division IV. So Carly Ray will start on the bench as the penalty continues here, but the Whalers get the draw control, and Grace Hanlon can give the offense here another opportunity as Dylan Damian runs it behind the net. And the Whalers, an errant pass, ball down. Grace Schroeder with a good effort to scoop it. Now Whalers with potentially numbers here, but get it over to Damian. Pass in, good shot, score! Just like that. Just what the doctor ordered. 31 seconds into the second half, shorthanded. The Whalers score as Louisa Benny from Dylan Damian as the senior with a good pass to the sophomore Louisa Benny. And from the left side, Louisa Benny knows what to do with that. She will be in that 100-goal, perhaps 200 to 300-point score when it's all said and done in her Whaler career. So Whalers now up 5-3 with 11:29 left in the game, and the Whalers with another draw control. They can add to their totals. Here's Damian, allowing the offense to get set up here behind the net. Grace Schroeder. And sprinting on is Carly Ray, who cuts through as the penalty finally expires. Good job by the Whalers. Good catch from Louisa Benny there, but unable to get a shot off. Good defense by the Dolphins to deny that cut. And here's Dylan Damian as they get a little isolation here. Pass deflected. Good job by Medeiros. Weaves her way through a couple of Whalers. Schroeder there to jar it loose, but a whistle gives it right back. 5-3 Whalers up. DY on the run here. And Medeiros will get a run in from the 8. Oh, no, they back her up outside the 12-meter here. Pass goes over to Sakara. She makes a move, comes in, and jarred loose. That'll be an opportunity from the 8s here for the DY Dolphins. Looking to hang in this thing. Down just 2 after a flurry of 3 goals in the second quarter. Another test for Ella Douglas here from the 8s. Ball down. Good job by the Whalers defenders. Maya Johnson in the mix. Oh, what? Jenna Richard gets the better of that setup. Oh, nice defense. But yet another whistle. Going to have to let them play here sometime, guys. Richard runs in. Triple teamed. Ball down. DY there to recover. Good spin by Jenna Richard. Good ride by Maya Johnson there on the defensive side of things. Double teamed as Richard retreats. Oh, steps on that end line, midfield stripe, offensive stripe a couple of times, and here's Carolyn O'Keefe, who runs in through the Whalers defense and scores. O'Keefe makes it a one-goal game once again. Despite good defense by the Whalers for a lot of that possession, O'Keefe came with a head of steam and was able to find the net to make it a one-goal game once again. Jenna Richard now in the circle against Louisa Benny here. And it bounces right to Grace Hanlon. Hanlon will get it into the offensive end. She's got a head of steam against O'Keefe. Pass over to Dylan Damian. Shot. Save made. Play continues here as the Dolphins look to clear and can once again tie it up here as Jenna Richard on the run. Evades a couple of Whaler defenders. And another whistle stops play as Richard will back it out. And now we'll get a run from the 8-meter. Oh, no, they do back her out to the 12. Just a step outside that 8-meter. Jenna Richards and Sophia Sullivan. Clock continues to run, 7:20 and counting. Richard backs it out, pass is tipped over to Medeiros. And another opportunity for DY at the 8-meter as we're under. Just under 7 minutes and counting here. Another stiff test here for Ella Douglas. Shot bounces in, and we are tied at 5. Mia Medeiros, the sophomore, bounces one in front of Ella Douglas, and it finds the net. And we've got a brand new ball game with 6:44 to play here in the third quarter. Whalers going to have to bear down here. They've been outscored 5-1 since the first quarter. As Kelly Brown chatting with Alex Weisentanner. It is a brand new ball game here. As Quinn Canty able to secure the draw control. The Whalers going to have to do work here on the offensive end of things as DY has found their stride on the other side. Here's Damian. She gets a screen, runs through. Shot, save made. As Damian gets pushed or tripped there. We'll see if she gets an opportunity from the 8s here as the clock continues to run. It will be outside the 8-meter. Just a minor infraction, but Damian will get an opportunity to run through here and see if she can power her way to the net. She does not decide to do that. Instead, passes in front. Canty scores! Quinn Canty with her second and another great assist from Dylan Damian. Clock will stop with 5:34 as the Whalers go back in front 6-5. Off the second goal from Quinn Canty, and another good pass from the senior Dylan Damian. So the DY Dolphins have yet to take the lead. They've been tied a couple of times, but have not led in the game. As Jenna Richard once again in the middle of the circle here for draw control. Hanlon with a good catch and securing another possession for the Whalers. Here's Canty. DY player goes down. And Canty will just reset it, I believe. And the Whalers continue possession here. On just under 5 minutes to play here. Here's Dylan Damian. Looking, powers through one. Shot as she goes down and draws a whistle. Time will stop here. As perhaps she was tripped. Or they give Dylan Damian a yellow card. So Dylan Damian will head to the bench for an aggressive play, I guess. So she'll sit for 2 minutes. And DY will get the ball heading the other way, down just a goal. And the yellow card also significant. Second yellow card on the Whalers. There's Jenna Richard at the midfield stripe. Good catch. And she's off and running. Pass over to Molly Young. Pass goes through. Intercepted nicely by the Whalers defense. And the Whalers are on the move, shorthanded. Pass goes through, errant pass. No need for that, especially down a player. Just trying to use some clock there with 1:09 left in the penalty. A mental mistake there by the Whalers. Up 6-5. Ball's loose. And Hanlon scoops it. Up ahead, Grace Schroeder runs through. Short-handed, Grace Schroeder, shot, scores! A momentum changer there as the ball was loose and Hanlon scoops. Gets it up to Schroeder and the Whalers move ahead by 2. For the second shorty of the day for the Whalers here. So not only have they denied DY a shorthanded, a player-up goal, they've actually scored twice on the 2 penalties. With 3:28 to go, Whalers up 7-5 here in the third quarter. Still 43 seconds left on the penalty to Damian, and the Whalers get another possession, and they can use some more clock here and maybe pick up another shorthanded goal. Hanlon holds. Again, they can double team the ball if they so choose, but the Dolphins are not doing so. And here's Hanlon. Space! Shot just wide. 15 seconds left as Schroeder puts it in play. Again, a little surprised that DY isn't a little more aggressive on defense here. Finally getting after the ball here. Hanlon easily evades. Gets some room, sidearm shot, and she'll draw a whistle from the 8s. The Whalers have scored 2 straight after DY tied it up here at 5. And with an opportunity from the 8-meter, a run in from Grace Hanlon. Big opportunity for the Whalers to get back to that 3-goal lead. Hanlon runs in. Shot, save is made. And scooped by Sakara. As we approach 2 minutes to play. O'Keefe on the run for DY. And she will get it all the way into the offensive end. And a whistle. We'll give it to O'Keefe here from the 12s. Minute 40 left here in the third quarter. O'Keefe. Good stick handling, but good defense by the Whalers. Move back to the right side. And another opportunity from the 8s here for O'Keefe. Tough angle here on this side, but nonetheless, some open space for Carolyn O'Keefe, who has a goal today. Senior captain for the Dolphins. She'll back it out. O'Keefe goes back to that right side, and Johnson gets caught up. And this will be a legitimate opportunity here for O'Keefe from the 8-meter as she winds up. Ella Douglas awaits the whistle. Shot whizzes high, and it takes the head off of the Whaler back behind the net as Maya Johnson heads back the other way. Carly Ray able to scoop it and jarred loose, no whistle. Down to 20 seconds to play. Third quarter, Whalers up 7-5. Good move by Hanlon. And clock will stop with 14 seconds to set up the 8-meter. Opportunity for Grace Hanlon. Hanlon. Pass tipped. Good job by the DY defense there to deny an 8-meter opportunity. We're looking for Damien. And that should do it here for the final couple seconds of the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth quarter with a very competitive game ahead of us. We will take one more quick break here on the NSC and NCTV. 7-5, Whalers with the lead. Still 12 minutes to play.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. More than money, we need members. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
I want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium. Whalers in another dogfight here, 7-5 the score. It's been a back and forth affair. DY came back from 4-0 down to tie it up, and then they were down Again, 5-4 and came back to tie it at 5. And the Whalers have scored a couple of goals in a row, Quinn Canty and Louisa Benny. A couple of yellow cards out there as well, but the Whalers have come up not only with penalty kills, but they've scored on both of those penalties. Shorthanded goals. So 2 goals from Canty, 2 goals from Louisa Benny, single tallies from Carly Ray, Madison Torme, who got things going, and Dylan Damian with at least 2 assists. Mia Medeiros with a goal, Jenna Richard with 2 goals, including her 100th of her career, still a junior. Carolyn O'Keefe and Nadia Sequeira, the senior, also finding the net for DY. Another draw control for the Whalers, and they have another offensive opportunity. Shots hits the post, but Grace Hanlon draws another whistle with an opportunity straight on from the from the 8. Again, the Sequeira sisters, Nadia, an attacker, but it is Maya Sequeira in net here, and she faces a stiff test in Grace Hanlon from the 8. Shot finds the net. Looked like Sequeira got a piece of it, but it finds the net. As Grace Hanlon takes advantage. And the junior midi puts the Whalers back up 3 with 11:18 to play here in the 4th quarter. And the Whalers looking to move to 10-2 and clinch a postseason berth with their 10th win. But more importantly, looking to stay near that top 8 or maybe jump into that top 8 in the power rankings. If they are number 8, they will, yeah, that's got to be a push. As Benny gets it up ahead. Here's Paul. And the Whalers work it around to Dylan Damian. Canty. This would be a big score here if the Whalers can take advantage of this possession. Schroeder runs through. Good spin. Loses it, gets it back. Save made. Whistle blown. And inside the blue crease. So a turnover on the Whalers on their offensive possession. Ooh, nearly a steal there. As DY continues their clear. Good job from behind, and the Whalers do force a turnover. Pass over and out of the reach of Quinn Canty. And they've had a couple of those where they just don't even need to necessarily pass it that aggressively, but nonetheless, Whalers or the Dolphins on the run. Mia Medeiros into the offensive end. And another whistle on Maya Johnson here for a little too aggressive. Medeiros to put it in for DY. Behind the net, Jenna Richard. Spin. Face guarded by Maya Johnson. Good job. Spins back to the right side. Low shot. Save made by Douglas. Quickly picked up by Hanlon, and she's on the run. She loses it, however, but whistle will stop it, get it back in the stick of number 4. As we're down to 9 minutes to play here in the game. Pass goes ahead. Nice catch by Louisa Benny. Perfect pass from Grace Hanlon on the run. Benny inside. Shot. Scores! Ooh, no, they say it did not go in. And a deep pass up to Jenna Richard here now, so no goal. Play continues on. Must have gotten the side of the net. Looked like it was in. As Finley Hurley, he thought she had a goal. Here's DY the other way. And they'll get an opportunity from the 8s. Sakara, actually from the 12 here. Sakara in, shot way high of the mark. It'll be DY ball. Here's Kira Butler, number 15. Pass goes in. O'Keefe denied. Thought she got hit in the head, but no call. Here's Canty. Up ahead to Louisa Benny. Good run from Louisa Benny into the offensive end. She get it set up. Oh, evaded a late defender. Here's Hanlon. She rushes in. Shot. Scores! Grace Hanlon with 7:08 to play. Notches her second and gives the Whalers a 4-goal lead once again. Great response by Nantucket with 4 straight goals, and the Dolphins will call timeout. We'll take it here on the NSC and NCTV with 7:08 to play. The Whalers back up 4 goals. Grace Hanlon with a great individual effort and a good pass from Benny to give the Whalers that 9-5 lead. We'll be back with the final 7:08 from Vito Capizzo Stadium.
Whenever NCTV covers one of our games, I think it's awesome.
We have been able to capture so much incredible athletic history. You know, it feels like we've been a part of it as much as the kids have been.
A lot of people have prior obligations, maybe they can't make the event, and they still get to watch it and you know, watch a great broadcast, see their kid playing.
It's nice for the parents, grandparents, and family that can't come or are not on the island to be able to see it, even if they can't attend in person. So I think that meant a lot to them.
The technology that we need is, you know, it's not cheap. You know, there are certain costs that go into this to make this happen. My hope for the broadcast is to just build the crew numbers, get more students involved, you know, maybe add a few more cameras here and there, but, you know, ultimately, we're here to grow. The more hands on deck, the better this can be, and ultimately that just comes back to the Nantucket community.
I want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as we've got 7:08 to play here. DY calls timeout after they've seen a 5-5 game bubble into a 9-5 Whalers advantage. Grace Hanlon scoring the latest goal. Great assist from Louisa Benny. It has started with draw controls here in the fourth quarter. Whalers have done a good job. Hanlon and Benny, as this one bounces off a couple of players, and here comes O'Keefe with a head of steam. Denied by Maya Johnson, kicked ahead, flipped, and finally controlled by Grace Hanlon. Not going to catch up with Grace Hanlon as she sprints ahead. Medeiros tries on the run. Good catch. Shot wide of the net, but draws a whistle. Another Whaler senior here, Carly Ray. looking to take advantage of an 8. She's got one already. Shot goes wide of the net. Whalers gain the possession. Schroeder amongst 4 defenders. Somehow no whistle, despite some sticks clashing, and DY will end up with it. Good ride by Carly Ray there, but whistled now. Ariana Corso with a good clear. Here's a run in. Sakara all the way into the 8s. And a little breeze will set it up just outside the 8. As the clock approaching 5 minutes to play here in the 4th. There's a run in from the 12. Sakara. Pass in front. Richard finds the net. Good assist from Sakara to Jenna Richard, and number 7 knows what to do with it once she gets it in that close proximity. So a goal makes it a 9-6 game. Still plenty of time left. 5-12 here in the 4th quarter. Jenna Richard with her 3rd goal of the game. Whalers have 3 multi-goal scorers, Quinn Canty, Louisa Benny, and Grace Hanlon. But still, plenty of lacrosse to be played here. The Whalers hold a tentative 3-goal lead. They ripped off 4 goals in a row after DY tied it at 5. And Jenna Richard collects it in midair and is on the run. Richard runs in. Denied outlet. She'll sprint to the right side and loses it. No whistle. Finally a whistle. And now Jenna Richard with an opportunity here from the 8-meter. So Ella Douglas going to have to come up big here. She's going to go to the right side. But an opportunity to draw closer here. Shot, scores. Good shot by Jenna Richard. Just underneath that stick of Ella Douglas. And it's now a 9-7 game. Still 4:10 to play. So just over a minute for the DY Dolphins to net their 2nd goal in a row here, as again the Whalers look to celebrate their seniors here with a win. But the DY Dolphins aren't going away. They've been down as many as 4 multiple times and have now battled back here with 2 straight goals here in less than a minute in the 4th quarter. And nicely done by Louisa Benny as she sprints into the offensive end. And again, the Whalers can use a little bit of clock here, as the clock is their friend. Again, 7 seniors. Here's Damien. Pass in front, denied. And DY comes away with it. Ball down and out of bounds. Costly turnover there by the Dolphins. Hurley gets it over to Canty. Canty to Louisa Benny. Little 2-man game with Quinn Canty. Pass into traffic. And Louisa Benny there, Johnny on the spot to scoop it up as the clock approaches 3 minutes to play here for Nantucket. Off the stick. And again, Damien there to save the possession. Here's Hanlon through, wide open, and she finds the net for the third time here this afternoon to once again give the Whalers a 3-goal advantage with just 2:43 to play now. But again, with the draw control, you never know. You're never out of a game here. Still time for DY to do some action, but they are going to have to do it in a hurry here. As Grace Hanlon notches her 3rd goal of the game. She's got at least 1 assist by my book. She has been a difference maker here this afternoon. And it's been a different hero nearly every game for the Whalers. That's what makes them tough to defend. And Grace Hanlon again on the draw control in midair. And now the Whalers can definitely get patient here and force DY to get a little over-aggressive or aggressive on the defensive side of things. Damien surveys. Now makes a move, has some room, and draws a whistle. So Damien will get an opportunity, I believe, from the 8s here on the side. As they get it set up, under 2 minutes to play here. This one could cement it for the Whalers. Damien runs in, powers, and draws another whistle. Again, no real sense of urgency, down to 1:30 to go. And they'll stop the clock here, finally, as Damien's got to tie her shoe with 1:33 on the game clock. 10-7 our score. And Damien in no hurry. Spins and tries a low angle, and that could be a dangerous shot. And it will be, so it'll be DY ball with just over a minute to go. O'Keefe. Continues with pressure as O'Keefe gets the clear. She runs it in and draws a whistle. .42 seconds left on the clock. Whalers with a 3-goal lead. An opportunity from the 8s for as the formation had too many players in on it. O'Keefe. Left-handed shot, save made by Ella Douglas, unable to control it, but the Whalers come out with it. That should do it with 30 seconds to go. As the Whalers will likely move, here's Maya Johnson doing her thing. Gets it up to Canty, nice catch, loses it momentarily, but down to 15 seconds. Whalers can just play keep away here for the next few seconds, as they will move to 10-2. Jenna Richard provides pressure, but the Whalers will celebrate their seniors with a victory here from Vito Capizzo Stadium. 2 seconds, 1, and the final horn. Whalers win 10-2. Ella Douglas with a great game. Defense did their thing, and just enough offense behind Grace Hanlon's hat trick. And 2 goals scored by Quinn Canty and a couple from Louisa Benny. Single tallies from Madison Tormé way back in the first quarter. Carly Ray also with a goal. A couple of assists at least from Dylan Damien. And we'll take a break here as we get set up for our senior recognition. Whalers win 10-7. Let's celebrate some seniors. Come right back with us on the NSC and NCTV.
In 1965, a group of dedicated Nantucket parents came together with one goal: to raise enough money to develop game film for the football team. The following season, the Whalers went undefeated. These parents became the very first class of the Nantucket Booster Club. Over time, Whaler pride has grown into something far more than just wins and losses on the scoreboard.
Once a Whaler, always a Whaler! 1, 2, 3, Whalers!
Una vez un Whaler, siempre un Whaler! Vamos!
What binds us is Whaler pride. It has shaped our island and student athletes for generations.
Whaler pride isn't just a tradition, it's an identity, a legacy for families who choose to plant their roots here in this community all year round. It can bring generations of island families together, and for Wash Ashore children, it can transform an unfamiliar place into a new home. The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics. It helps provide our teams with gear, additional travel expenses, and much more.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. From the homecoming to the pig roast, and most importantly, Hank, our school mascot. We're here to create a fun and welcoming atmosphere. More than money, we need members. And part of this club, you are a member, not just a volunteer. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
Support our kids and Whaler pride by volunteering for the Booster Club. To learn more, please email the address on the screen.
I am a force to be reckoned with. You do not know who you're messing with. Taking over for the hell of it. They can stop me when I'm in my element.
The Nantucket Sports Connection was born in this gymnasium. It has absolutely exploded. Multi-camera, multi-broadcasters, a trip to Fenway.
It's giving players an opportunity to look back at film. It's giving coaches an opportunity to critique their players.
When NCTV got involved, we were able to offer free classes. It's something that they can actually evolve and get professional experience.
When I realized they were doing like a commentating class, I was like, I gotta sign up for this. If I would have told myself right now, I'm gonna go into college for sports broadcast, I would have been like, no, you're not. But now I'm really passionate about it and I'd love to pursue it.
It doesn't even feel like I'm volunteering, it just feels like I'm playing along. It's very fun.
I definitely recommend it to anybody who's interested in sports broadcasting.
It's multifaceted what we're able to give back to our community, because as we know, we bleed Whaler blue here on Nantucket.
Girls are strong. Girls can throw. Girls can play football if they have a determined mindset. Girls don't have to just look pretty, they can pack a punch, believe me. My name is Ashley Klatt. I'm on the Nantucket Whalers football team, and here's my story. Girlhood to me was very different than a lot of people's girlhood. I grew up watching the Dallas Cowboys every Sunday with my dad, my sister, and my entire family, and I just loved watching the game, all aspects of it, and I just wanted to get that hands-on experience. Since I was little, I've been bullied a lot. I'm still bullied. I was bullied for my weight, my attitude. It just didn't make me feel great, and it made me very upset at points, but I have a sense of determination that I just walk through it. Being tackled is crazy as it is, but Coach Machado has taught me that when you're hit physically and mentally, that you have to just get up and keep pursuing and keep fighting until that last whistle. You just have to get used to it, push through, and be that person you know is deep down inside. I empower myself by showing people that she's not just here to wear a jersey and look pretty. She is here to get dirty, get rough, get tough, get to some place where things are possible and things can happen. People will give you weird looks and think, oh, this person, they're...
I want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium. We're all set up for our senior recognition for 7 wonderful seniors. Come on in. Don't be. I'm not in charge of any of this.
Okay. I know, but you've been here for
I
lots
know.
of
All
other
right.
ones. Are we gonna the girls run through?
Yeah,
Kelly's
that sounds
there,
great.
And then we go up there and
They can get their flowers and whatnot.
okay.
Sounds great.
That sounds good.
All right.
Thanks, Chris.
You bet. Welcome, Whalers Nation. We'll get this senior recognition started. Congratulations on another fantastic win and a fantastic season. Absolutely. Give yourself a round of applause. It's been, as always, a lot of fun to watch you compete against the best athletes in the state of Massachusetts. Tonight we celebrate our seniors for their dedication, leadership, hard work, commitment to the Nantucket program here throughout their entire career. This year and a couple of years now, we've done the Made an Impact, where each senior also chooses a teacher that has made a lasting impact. That is a fantastic tradition. Whoever came up with that is $1 million idea. That is fantastic, because we all know it takes an island, as we know, and certainly our teachers are part of that. So our first senior we'll recognize, Senior Captain Dylan Damian, who will be recognized with her mom, Stacy, on the other side. And Dylan would like to recognize Mr. Cothran as her Made an Impact teacher, if he is here to get a picture with Dylan, perhaps. Congratulations on a phenomenal career. Joined the 100-point club too as well, so fantastic stuff from Captain Dylan Damian. Great stuff. Our next senior, another co-captain, Maya Johnson, who will run through and meet her parents, Brian and Fiona. Congratulations on a phenomenal Whaler career. Maya has chosen Mr. Kiratek as the teacher for her Made an Impact. Not sure if he's here. They don't tell me anything. They don't tell me anything. All right, well, we're going to do a 2-for-1 here. The twins Klatt, Ashley and Katie Klatt, as they should run together. Of course, Sandy and John, their parents. And Ashley would like to recognize Ms. Lyons as her Made an Impact. Oh, sure, run through there. Yeah, there you go. You get to run through. Why not? And Katie chose Ms. Douglas for her Made an Impact. The walkthrough, love it. Yeah, sure, take some pictures. Don't trip on the wet grass. Our next senior. Oh, 2 pictures, right, 2 pictures. I forgot, we got a double dip here. All right, our next senior, Carly Ray. We'll run through, accompanied by Crystal and Eric Ray on the other side. And you guys are going to challenge me here with this pronunciation. I apologize ahead of time. Carly would like to recognize Ms. Fanoof. How did I do? Not great, but good enough, right? Fanoff, yeah, we got close. All right, our next senior to be recognized, Madison Tormay. With her mom, Hillary, here. Nifty goal today. Congratulations on a fantastic Whaler career. Her Made an Impact teacher, Ms. Murphy. There you go, yeah, run on through there. Try not to interrupt the picture. Nicely done. And our final senior, waiting patiently, Alex Weisentanner. Lisa, awaiting on the other side. Congratulations. Alex would like to recognize Ms. Douglas for her Made an Impact teacher. Popular choice. All right, let's give one final applause for all of our seniors, their families, teachers who help guide and support these students along the way. The senior class has come a long way together. Countless practices, games, boats and bus rides, team dinners, and of course memories. They have helped build and strengthen the tradition of the Nantucket Whalers Girls Lacrosse program. Their leadership, friendship, and dedication has left a lasting impact on this program and their teammates and families. We are so proud of these seniors and all they have accomplished and wish them their very best for the remainder of the season. Plenty of work out there still to be done, and for all that lies ahead in the future. Once a Whaler, always a Whaler. Congratulations, ladies. Thank you, appreciate that. All right, Whalers Nation, we'll put a cap on this one as the Whalers once again win and celebrate their seniors in style. 10-7 the final. We'll be back again tomorrow as the girls just turn it right back around here and do it again. Congratulations to them and clinching a playoff berth and celebrating their seniors. Whalers win 10-7. Seniors go out in style. We'll be back again tomorrow. Have a great night, Whalers Nation.